Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. Welcome, everybody. We're going to drink some rare bottles tonight.
Yeah, we are. Some good stuff coming on in the flight, and we haven't done a public live stream in months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
I think we looked back and it was June, which is just shameful, actually.
Absolutely. And if you're a Patreon, you already know that we've got all of our bottles back in the studio here, and it's just a matter of setting it up. So
I like studio, consider it's just basically the middle of the house.
It's a house. But so tonight we're back in the echo chamber of the office. Hopefully it's not too bad. We have a much better mic and hopefully better setup. And hopefully that works out pretty good. We're going to say our hellos to some people here in just a minute. But we want to get right to the tasting here.
I'm pretty pumped today.
Me too. And I've been warming up here with an Irish whiskey just because I don't want anything to sully the flavors of what we're about to enjoy with these bourbons. I wanted something totally different.
I actually had a sip of it, and then I thought almost the exact same thing. Like, I don't know what I'm going to be tasting here, but I know it's not going to be that. So we kind of scooted it away.
Indeed. And so Julie is going to get into opening up the first bottle, which is our lowest proof bottle.
I just realized it's going to be a great cork pop.
It's going to be a terrific cork pop.
Yeah.
It is the lowest proof bottle. It's actually the cheapest bottle in this flight. Remember, in Oregon, we get things at MSRP. So you're going to be a little upset when you find out what we paid for it. But go ahead and introduce this one, Jules, and cork pop that sucker.
We got the Weller 12, guys. Actually, it was like a wealth of riches when we came home from our road trip. And this was one of the things that we were lucky enough to get. Ready for it?
I'm ready.
It's pretty satisfying. That was a good,
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I put it by the microphone. Hopefully you guys could hear it.
So there you go. Weller 12 is the first bottle in tonight's flight. And
I'm just going to eyeball them, Julie style?
Sure.
Okay.
It is, we got this bottle, first time we've ever seen it. We've never tried Weller 12, $39.99.
That's not, he told me this, that I was like, there's just no way, you should have to check the receipt. And he did and showed me. I still didn't believe it. So,
well, there you go.
Yeah.
She doesn't believe me, even when I have proof. Let's say some hellos while you're pouring. There's Bill Becker. How you doing? Richard White. Hello.
I spilled everything.
Blind Squirrel. Just spilling. Hey, that's all right. Blind Squirrel. Matt H. Hello. Barter Hordes is here. Briggs Lugo. Good to see you.
I can't really see it in here, but that's all right.
Right. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. That still is from the infamous first rum pontoon video, my second favorite video after Julie chugs directly from the Jack Daniels barrel proof bottle video during the Advent Tournament of 2020. I think that's my favorite episode as well.
Yeah.
Blind Squirrel's got an Eagle Rare store pick. Let us know what you're drinking out there. Then Weller 12. Follow what the cool kids are doing. Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
By all means. Christopher DeVries is here. Good to see you back. Glad you're feeling better.
Glad you're feeling better, yeah.
Eric Gunderson lighting this candle from the road. That's how we like to do it around here.
I know.
Melissa is here. Good to see you. Cheers. The Bourbon fam. We appreciate that. Absolutely. Yeah. Barter Hordes opening a new Old Forester 1910 in your honor. How about that?
Well, Phil's been slowly bringing boxes back into the house that contain, 6 bottles or whatever. And he asked me what I wanted the other day. And I said, any chance there's a 1910 in there? And
I found the boxes that had all of our Old Forester in it.
And looks like none?
I think we need a trip to it's time for a trip to the liquor store. Yeah. Paul is here all the way from Canada, Thunder Bay.
Thunder Bay.
I say that closer to the mic. Thunder Bay.
I do like that.
How's that?
He's probably sick of us doing this every live stream. I mean, I just love it. I just love saying Thunder Bay.
Yeah, Paul had a good looking pour there, the Cal Farm 16, which we haven't seen yet. Holding out for it here in Oregon.
We liked the 15 though.
Yeah. Hey, that bottle really grew on us. That became something special. Yeah. If you saw our Monday video, you already know that one hung in there for us in a really tough battle.
Yeah.
David Belcher's here from Eugene, Oregon. Michter's Sour Mash tonight. Very nice. Eagle Rare for Regs. New mic setup. Yeah, this is a mic that we got a while back for live streams. We've only had a few chances to use it. Again, the echo chamber isn't great here, but the closer we stand to the mic, the better it sounds.
Do you think? I didn't do any testing, so
I did a series
per
of
usual,
tests,
yeah.
and it wasn't great.
Oh, per usual, I just ran in and then, just showed up with a
I'm
smile.
ready. Yeah, exactly. Came in with the glassware today.
Yeah, came in with the glassware.
Eric C is here. Cheers. Old Scout OHLQ pick from Matt. Whiskey Straight Ale is here. Cal 16, of course, for Paul. There it is. Let's see. Early Times bottle and bond. The old model for Richard White. We haven't even gotten the new one yet. Mash and Drum is here. What's up?
Hey.
Good to see you. Yeah, we've just started, now that we're back and have been connected to the internet a lot, just started joining in with our favorite channels on their live streams and things like that. We're finally able to jump in on one of Jason's last week. Of course, we missed it this week again.
I will say we had a live stream, not a live stream, but a Patreon live stream while we were on the road. We somehow ended up in this amazing little town in Colorado where the internet was like smoking fast. Like,
it was great.
Like, we always complain about the speed of the internet in this house, which is like, it should be good and it's terrible. And so anyway, I think that pretty well, actually.
Absolutely. Grumpy O'Fart is here. Good evening. Bill Becker, vote early and vote often. That's what we like to hear.
Thanks.
Yeah, you are in, Bill. And this is going to be a very, very fun flight tonight. We're excited to try actually all three of these. And one of them, well, we'll talk more about it in a little bit. Was actually very confusing to me on labels, so I had to check in with my folks at the local liquor store here and make sure that I wasn't crazy. But we'll get to that. Yeah. Well, thank you very much,
Thanks,
Bill. Troy Dool is here. How are you, Troy? Good to hear from you. Russ D is here. Bourbon ASMR. Maybe that's the channel we need to start. Should I just drag my nail across this microphone gently? Canadian Chris is here. Pikesville Rye for Chris DeVries. We know you like that. We like that too. Eric, all the way from North Carolina tonight. That is definitely from the road right there. Yeah. Cheers, Eric. You are in. Thank you so much.
I know, drive safely. I know that you're not driving. We've established this beforehand. There's no texting and driving happening. It's all purely.
Look, guys, don't super chat and drive. It's not worth it. Barter's also in Durham out there. Terry Stepp is here. Cheers. Keith J from MA on the left coast. All right. Blind Squirrel getting his Weller 12 on. Sugar Kitty Meow. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping in here. Reg says, Flight fight. Let's go. I don't know if we're going to, we can compare these. Yeah, we'll talk about what we like best tonight for sure.
We always do, right? I mean,
absolutely.
I'm pretty transparent anyway, in general.
You know what Julie's thinking most of the time.
Yeah. I feel like there's not going to be any, I mean, we have one outlier going on tonight, but I've had a sip of it already and I liked it. So
yeah. There's one here that is already open that we'll get to that one too. We'll talk about it later. Thank you, Regs. You are in. Yeah. Ruby Hart is here. Hello, good to see you.
I like that people are in already. They don't even know what it is. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's some Weller 12 in there, so.
Bourbon Wrench is here from Arkansas. Boy, we're all over the country tonight. We got people. Come on, that's great.
I love it. Yeah.
I got a spam call coming through on the phone over here. That's fun. Yeah. DK Tucker in the house. What is up, Doug Tucker? How are you? Belpo arrived from New Riff. Man, everybody's got something good going on. Yeah, that new riff, man, I almost quit doing 5-Sip Fridays this year because of new riff. Hanging in there. If I see one more, though, it might be the end of things.
No, I mean, we obviously have learned a lot, though,
yeah.
My last couple of guesses haven't been great either.
We've learned if something's very confusing, chances are good it's new riff.
I know. I don't know why I ever don't select, I never think about it. I mean, I do. I always say, I bet it's one of these dumb new riff bottles, and then.
We don't get it here. We don't see it in Oregon, so I never ever think about it. Yeah. A couple people drinking scotch tonight. That is all right. I actually know what the next few bottles I want to try of scotch are.
Name them. Let's talk about it, I guess.
Highland Park 12.
Okay. I'm not going to know any of these because I'm not a scotch person.
Well, I've tried it, but I've never had a bottle of it to enjoy over time. Compass Box Orchard, I think it's called the Orchard, and then Oak Cross from Compass Box.
Why are these your picks?
Because
or you just saw them and
they look like things that I would like. Everything I've had from Compass Box is fantastic. Sure. And the bottle, Highland Park, that bottle's gorgeous. Come on, who doesn't want that on their shelf? Just want to be a collector. Don Davis got himself a Wilderness Trail cask strength. Beautiful whiskey. One of the first bottles that I got into when we got back and got our collection back in order here.
I think you made a special trip just to get that out of storage. So
maybe.
Yeah.
Fritz says, "Who dis new phone?"
Exactly.
You got the bourbon fan here, Fritz, all night. Well, for a little while anyway.
You probably forgot because it's been a while.
Look at this. This is nice of Trev to say. Two of my favorite humans ever, right behind Mozart and my dog.
Oh,
you are talking about us, right?
Yeah. Nah, probably not. There's probably two people earlier in the chat.
That's right.
Yeah.
Rusty says, doing a little side-by-side of Found North batches 3 and 4. Wants to know if Phil's batch 1 was your Christmas gift last year, if I remember right. I don't remember which batch it was.
Wait, what are we doing? The Founders?
The Found North.
Oh, Found North.
Yeah, the bottle you got me for Christmas. I don't remember. It's 16 year, whatever that one was.
Yes. What did I go? I think I went with the rye, right? Because it's Canadian.
Right.
And I'm sure it says it right there.
I mean,
I
think they all are.
Attention, so.
Let's see. David Babcock here. Cheers from the Ogre Lounge. You know, I was just thinking about you guys in the Ogre Lounge a couple nights ago, how we never got to Portland this year. So we never had to visit you guys.
I was going to say we were on our way, of course. And then,
COVID and whatnot.
Which is basically everybody that we know now.
We're planning to loop up there again. And we are going to keep in touch. We've got your email. We'll definitely keep you posted when that happens.
Yeah.
Paul says hearing Thunder Bay from you guys never gets old. Appreciate that.
I'm good.
Peter White is here. Cheers.
Gosh, there's so many people. Guys, thanks so much for joining us today. I'm just pumped.
Bill suggests that Fritz just sends his bank account info along and he sends your prize right to you. Micah Robinson's got an Austin cask strength. We have that bottle. Haven't opened it yet.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that was an early bottle on our road trip.
We got it in Nevada.
And we saw the cask strength and we're like, of course, we need to get it.
As much as we love the musician, and by the way, the musician is a Nancy Fraley joint, one of her bottles, and we're trying another Nancy Fraley bottle tonight.
Can I do a pause? I know we have a lot of people.
Yes, let's get in.
Still to say hi, but
let's get to the nose. Let's get to the nose on Weller 12. We're all thirsty tonight.
And I just did a quick little preview, and she is lovely.
Oh, it does smell delicious.
Yeah, it's very fruity.
Very fruity. Yeah, there's like a fruit cup though, not necessarily a cobbler.
This is a great nose.
A lot of sugar, a lot of granulated sugar, little oak. Cheers.
All right, cheers. Thank you all for coming.
Here we go.
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I don't care for that at all.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. We don't like this. This is bad. This is only 90 proof, huh?
The Weller at 12 years old, the Weller's gone bad. Don't drink it if it's over.
You don't want this. Yeah. I mean, it's terrible. Ooh, it is very nice.
That is super easy sipping.
Super, yeah. There is nothing offensive about this.
We need to do a Weller flight sometime and go through all of them. We've never done them side by side before.
No.
That's really nice.
I like that it's only 90 proof too. What a good way to start off.
It's a great way to start off. I will say that it doesn't have the mouthfeel of a 107 or even a CYPB. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I have to put them side by side, but flavor-wise, super rich, tons going on.
The CYPB, I remember that one, and I remember it was still very delicious, but I wasn't there was a lot of hype behind that one that I didn't really understand.
Not surprised that was a little bit of a wet letdown, but
this one is very flavorful. The fruity notes in it are wonderful. I like it.
If you're going off of MSRP for $39.99, it's one of the best $40 bottles you're going to find. So we can't complain about that.
There's a wonderful I'm just going to go right into it. There's a wonderful brown sugar and caramel note on here. It is quite sweet.
Yeah.
That 90 proof is pretty nice for this.
Yeah, there's light brown sugar on the palate, but it was all white sugar on the nose.
Yeah.
Then the finish sticks around. There's a little nice cinnamon hanging around there, a little oak, vanilla, a lot of vanilla actually, the longer we sit with it.
Yeah.
That's good.
So this will be in the giveaway today. Should we talk about the giveaway? And then we have to continue.
This is bottle one of the giveaway. We'll keep going.
Bottle one of the giveaway.
Yeah. So let's keep saying hello here. Jeff Perkins is here. Good to see you. Butler Ford's here we go. Cheers to being back in the house. Yeah, we agree with that. Yeah, the house is still not put back together, but we're getting there.
Yeah, we had some issues, but for another day. That's why we're drinking.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding.
There you go. Thank you, sir. You are in. Bourbon Ranch wants to know, can someone please explain why Phil's new haircut makes him look like a Greek god?
Oh.
It's a Dutch god. Dutch god.
You are just
Dutch.
He's a Dutch god. I don't want to. Anyway.
Yeah.
You're kind of blushing. He's got a little like pink in the cheek right now. I think you embarrassed him. I think this is a good thing.
Yeah, come on, Trev. Take
a little crush.
Rein it in a little bit. Come on.
I like the crushes.
Now I'm gonna have to visit him and give him a compliment. It's a whole thing. This whiskey tube community, you know.
I will say we were nowhere near Arkansas, but we talked about making a detour down there to see you.
Yeah, it was.
It would
was
not have been in our.
It wasn't a short discussion. We actually spent a fair amount of time trying to decide if we want to do that or not. Dr. Dubs is here. What is going on? Welcome. Dennis just tried a WRMC 118.4. So good. Let's see if we can figure out what the heck that is.
Well, a reserve. MC. I'm just making stuff up.
Choice.
Multiple choice. 118.4. MC. Can I cheat? No, I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Shoot. Sorry.
I'm sure it'll be further down. People will be like, what are you talking about?
I know.
Of course, it's this thing that you should know. ASMR, gargle with the whiskey. Not on this stream. We'll consider it on a different live.
Yeah.
But Dr. Dub says he's at a friend's and we're about to blind flight different Willet bottlings.
Ooh.
That looks like fun.
A soft spot for Willet. It's such
this time of year too.
Yeah, it's such an interesting flavor profile.
Yeah.
It's not like you just never grab it off the shelf, but when you have it, you're kind of taken aback a little bit.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to just keep drinking this?
Yeah, keep going.
Oh, perfect.
What's up, T Pro?
We're not doing a comparison really. I mean, we are, but not really.
Let's see here.
Just making sure there's no rules.
Yeah.
I'm a rule follower.
Here we go. Tim Gallivan, hello from Chicago West Suburbs.
Hey.
New subscribers, new to the live stream. Welcome, Tim and Therese, whatever it might be. We were not that long ago just in Chicago, and that's we love it. We love our hometown.
Yep. I got distracted, but I said this on Patreon live stream before. Chicagoans, Midwesterners in general, we're a little out of practice here on the West Coast. We're like early to bed kind of people now. It's an early area over where we are. The amount of effort into keeping the party going in the Midwest, it's something that I forgot over the last
how you guys
years.
Manage it, I don't know. That Chicago drinker ethic
I love it.
Is
it's real and amazing.
We know about the Chicago work ethic, that Midwest work ethic, but the drink ethic,
I mean,
also really impressive.
Yeah.
Chris DeVries is able to taste bourbon again, and we're excited for him. Cheers. You are in.
Yeah, for sure.
Patrick Q is here. What's up? Good to see you. Whiskey Straight Al says he loves watching the 5-Sip Fridays. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We
do the best we can.
Tomorrow's is a pretty one. And the van is featured lovely in the background.
And we're home now, but it's the last one from our recent road trip. So and we did well. I mean, you'll see, but it is a pretty atmosphere.
It's lovely. It was the last night of a road trip, and we were in a bit of a mood, and it was like 102 degrees. So,
but in a good mood, right?
Yeah.
And maybe I was in a good mood because I love the heat.
We were drinking beers, doing tastings. It was great. Orchard House and Oak Cross from Compass Box.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited for them. I've tried several Compass Boxes now. You've tried one or two, and I've never had one that I didn't enjoy. Yeah. So I'm excited to get into more of them.
This smells like a strawberry orchard. Well, I don't think strawberries are an orchard, but
they're on little plants.
I know, little ground, and aren't those raspberries are the invasive ones, the ones that just take a hold of your garden. Strawberries might do that too, but
this is interesting because there's some Taylor single barrel here. Mm-hmm. I get a ton of strawberries and granulated sugar on that bottle.
Right.
That's really nice. Not too shabby. Well-aged Buffalo Trace stuff. Who knew that was pretty good?
I'm hoping you say that sarcastically. Yeah. Oh.
I gave the camera a look. Don't worry.
I was gonna say I hear things when I'm not like when I'm doing other things over here, and then whatever.
So this is a nice comment here from Trevor, the Bourbon Ranch. I was talking about both of you. I love you two so much. Right back at you, Trev. Really. I mean, we.
There seems like there's a crush going down.
There
right
is.
now.
There absolutely is.
Yeah.
But I wanted to bring this up tonight, anyways. If you saw the Bourbon Junkies video that they released today about how all these channels are just shills for distilleries and for whiskey brands and things like that, and that was one of the points that I thought, the thing that made sense to me out of all their responses, and they had some good responses to it.
Yeah.
But the way that we put it is that this really is a community, and whiskey tubers have done more for each other than distillers have ever done for any of us.
Right.
I mean, everybody starts nice relationships with these distillers. You make friends in this business, but you don't say you love a whiskey that you don't love.
Well, I certainly don't.
No.
I'm very transparent about what I like and what I don't like, even to their faces. Like, I've said,
Oh yeah, Julie's
like
been really clear with some.
We've gone to just some distilleries, and I was like, not my favorite, and like, pretty honest about that. To your point, and I think this is where you're going, because we were talking about Trev, but the best part of this community is the people that we've met, right? Yeah. So not only other channels, but all of the people that show up in the live streams or chat and make comments on videos, or part of your Patreons, or just friends of friends of friends, people who like drinking. Yeah.
I mean, let's be clear. We've, of course, because we were in this game, we've had an opportunity to get some really great bottles, and we've had a great time meeting people, and we've been able to do a lot of things that we may not have been able to do otherwise. But the bottom line is that this is a community. Everybody that's here is part of that community.
Yeah.
The commenters, the people in the lives, the whiskey tubers, the Patreons, we're all in this together. And so it was a little disheartening to see that there was a contingent of people that thought that, we were all just shills. But on the other hand, the people that get it are the ones that get it. And so thank you for being here and continuing to support and to understand what we're really about.
Yeah. I certainly wouldn't be, making videos if I was up here hating all of this.
No.
Just for a free bottle.
Yeah. Dr. Dubs just wanted to say hi and wave. Yeah, good to see you.
I'm a big waver.
I mean, we haven't done these live streams in so long, so we've been missing a lot of you. So it's good to see you too. Thank you, and you're entered. Let's see here.
I won't even drink all of the one in my glass, because there was a comment early on about we're not putting them up against each other, but I'm interested to see if you watched our Monday video, which was awesome. I mean, it turned out fine, but like the bottles that were in the blind flight were awesome. I like kind of comparing and contrasting, and kind of putting them up against each other. It's fun.
Our next 4-bottle blind is a big proof, big flavor one. And I don't think you know what it is yet.
No, I never know what anything is until I show up that day.
And I think you're really, really going to enjoy it. And I think it might be a surprising one. I'm going to save it. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to come this Monday. I think it's the following Monday it'll come out. Very excited about it.
Yeah.
Pinch Hitter Whiskey League. Cheers. Love your content. Was inspired by your top 5 Oregon whiskeys to do one for my home state of Massachusetts. But my state failed me. Not enough good whiskey.
Oh.
Do anything.
Yeah, just put.
Do one, and we'll add it to our list.
Yeah, and I feel like, was it the Black Bourbon family who picked like their top 4 because they were like, we're not stoked about 5, or maybe they picked 3 of them. I can't remember now.
Jason and Brandy were,
but they just were like, we're only going to talk about like the couple that we really feel passionate about. I'm not good with that.
Talk about a YouTube channel being completely honest. There's plenty of whiskeys in Illinois.
Yeah.
They didn't have plenty of whiskeys to put in a top 5 list, so they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There's some.
I can appreciate that.
That's genuine. There you go.
Yeah.
William Tamling's here. We know you. What's going on,
Bill? How's it going?
Welcome. Thanks for coming. Let's see here.
So funny. It's a name from the past, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Ken V is here. Good evening, all late to the party, drinking a Penelope Architect. Well, you could do a lot worse than that. We got to try that recently.
We did.
Fantastic.
That's Penelope's another one that I can't pick out of a group.
Yeah, that's a tricky whiskey.
For some reason, I did one of our latest 5 sips because I couldn't figure out what we were drinking, and I think I was drinking the Architect like the day before, a couple days before we actually did that video.
Yeah,
there was some similarities to whatever it was picked, but obviously I was wrong. I've only been right one time on this show.
Carter Horde says he's never seen a Weller in the wild. Go to Ohio or Texas. That is the word on the street.
Oh, really?
Yep, that's where you find them.
Oh.
Melissa, cheers to your
They're going to
safe
be all mad at
adventure.
you for all the Ohioans.
Are you kidding me? Ohioans
Yeah.
and Texans flex about it all the time.
Oh, really?
Go buy 3 or 4 of them and put them on Instagram. It's
Yeah.
not a secret. Everybody knows where to go to get it. If you're near either one of those states, go on in.
Yeah.
Cheers, Melissa. Thank you so much. It was a safe adventure. We only got 2 cracks in the windshield, which for a Ram ProMaster, not that bad after 6,000 miles.
We were going to do a video of like the thing that we hate the most about the van.
We still might.
Spoiler alert. It's that stupid windshield that we've replaced 4 times now.
4 times in 4 years. It's amazing how easily it breaks. Cheers to you, Melissa. You are in.
Thanks, Melissa.
AJ, mountain biker, ATL in the house.
Nice.
All the way from the dirty South. They still call it that?
I don't know. That was I think that's probably.
That
was a very late 90s, early 2000s reference there.
Yeah, I guess.
Shows your age a bit.
All my favorite hip hop artists are from ATL. There you go.
I like it.
Thank you. You are in. Ghost Piper is here. Welcome. I'm just catching up. We are really far behind, aren't we?
That's all right. Do we want to? I don't want to like.
Should we move on to the next bottle?
I don't want to drink all this. This one's
What time
really
is it?
delicious.
Oh man, we've been on for 30 minutes already.
I know, that's okay. But should we introduce the second bottle that we're going to be tasting today?
I think we'd better.
For everyone at home, I do still have quite a bit left.
Yeah.
I pour them.
Give us your final thoughts on the Weller 12. What do you think?
Am I allowed to just say a thumbs up? I really like. Okay, so I mean, especially for what we paid for it, it's a no-brainer.
For what we paid for it, it's probably the best $40 bottle we own.
Yeah. It's interesting. When things have a lot of age to it, generally I feel like there's going to be some sort of like either over oakiness or
a bitterness.
Yeah, like something bitter about it, and 12 years isn't bad, right? Yeah. That's really like 15, 17, 18 years when you're getting up into that. This drinks so lovely at the 90 proof. There's nothing offensive. It's very sweet. Like there's no, deep, dark flavors here. It is all strawberries and sugary goodness and deliciousness. It's really nice. I really like it.
Yeah. And I completely agree. You know what comes out of this for me, the more I sip it and what I'm just sitting with right now on the finish, which is lovely. You know how every once in a while you eat something that's like a home baked sweet, like a cinnamon roll or something like that. And
I wouldn't know anything about that.
You get into a bite of it. And there was kind of a little too much butter in a section, and that sugary, buttery goodness, you get it all over your mouth. And you're like, I shouldn't like this, but you like it. Yeah. That's this whiskey. I hate to say that I like it as much as I do because it's a unicorn bottle, but that is real good whiskey.
And Buffalo Trace, but
yeah,
they do good stuff.
That's very good. You
can't deny it. It's good. I like this, and I think that you guys will too.
Yeah, completely.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. Whoever wins this, you're not going to be disappointed in this bottle. And if you are, Julie will come to your house and give you a high five and apologize. Dylan Roscott.
Absolutely. I totally will.
Dylan says, hey, y'all, those Chattanooga samples are heading your way soon. I promise. And cheers.
Chattanooga.
Man, you're speaking our language with that one.
It's like I was going to say it's.
Cheers. No hurry. We have tomorrow. There's more things, I believe, showing up. We've received so many things recently that I was going to do an Instagram post sometime in the next couple of days, just showing all the sample bottles we've got. So if we haven't mentioned your sample bottles or talked to you about them or thanked you for them or anything, it's because we're still cataloging them because we have so many. And we had to make a public apology today to our friend Jim Lemke. We have 2 5 Set Friday bottles from him. They're somewhere. They have to be somewhere. But he was supposed to be the one this week, his 5 Set Friday. Yeah. And he's on delay because we misplaced those bottles. So a big public apology to Jim. We're going to get to it. So
Jim, I'm going to blame your brother. I feel like maybe we brought some samples out and then he stole them. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Whiskey Straight Ale wants to know, how do you guys manage to take so much time out on the road? We work full time.
We do. We are both remote. I actually am starting to go into the office. I mean, whenever we want to now. But we are fortunate enough to have jobs where we can work remote. So I basically,
Mm-hmm.
Phil's job is way more flexible than my job. He can kind of work at night or during the day. So if we have to drive and stuff, he does most of that. But we just have the van and we have a internet booster, and just kind of continue on from there. So, and
Yep.
I mean, you do have to be strategic with where we stay. So we can't stay in the middle of the wilderness or something like that, because you need a signal.
If you go to our YouTube page and go to the about, or no, is it the community section? The community section. You'll see that we just answered that question recently.
Yeah.
And Julie is.
Oh, you did an Instagram post about it too when
you were
when you were bothering me and I was trying to like wrap it up so that we were at
a casino so Julie could work, and she was hidden behind all my empty margarita glasses. That's how the road works for me.
Yeah.
A big thank you to Rob D for the washer and dryer fund. Cheers to you.
Oh gosh, don't even get me started on that.
By the way, guys, we came home from 50 days on the road and we still don't have a washer and dryer because the
Our
crew that was
people
working
broke
in here broke them and then pretended like they had nothing to do with it and couldn't believe it. They also shut off our sprinklers for some reason, and now all the very little grass we had is gone. So now we have to zero-scape everything because I'm not bringing that back.
I was okay with that. Like, we left it with the hope that the grass would be dead, because I'm trying to kill it so that we could just zero-scape it, because we live in the middle of the desert. Like, there's no reason that there should be grass.
There's no grass here.
And my friend and I spent a considerable amount of time turning the front yard into like desert plants, and they look around summer too, and they look beautiful now. So I'm,
right.
I'd like to have a usable patio. Would be good.
Well, big thanks to Rob D. You are in. And look at this. The Bourbon Wrench. This happened to me once at a Starbucks, and it's just the nicest thing in the world. And we're going to get to that second bottle right now. He says, I don't know who's keeping track, but I want half the entries for myself, and I want the other half to go to the next person to enter. Support the channels who truly care and are real.
Oh, gosh.
Trev, come on, man. Just the sweetest guy in the whole world right there.
Yeah.
Trev and I were talking that we're going to do a glassware exchange because we don't have any. We've done some challenge coin exchanges, but we had not done glassware exchange yet. So we're going to do that. So there you go, Trev. Very nice. Thank you so much. You are entered. And the other half of your entry goes to our friend Regs Lugo.
Nice.
Look at that. That's how you do it right there. That is this community. That is some real love right there.
I forgot that I was just going to drink this again. And I was like, wait, we're moving on. Let's talk about our next bottle in the giveaway.
Geez, if I could only get it open. So this is the bottle that I actually had to mark with a 2022 because everything about it is the exact same as the 2021 release, at least in my review. When I looked at this bottle, this is the Russell 13.
That was a left crack. Yeah.
Sorry, I'll take this off of there. Congrats. And thank you, Regs. You are in.
Yeah.
So this is Russell's 13. This is the 2022 edition. The 2021 edition, we opened and it was really my favorite premium bottle last year.
Yeah.
Just delicious. It tastes like blueberry pie.
I almost wish I would have tasted it like last year's yesterday, just to do a little comparison. Not that we can't pull that out later.
Thinking it might be a good idea to do that.
But I don't want to. I'm not going to say which is. I don't want to say which is better. I'm just interested to see what this year's tastes like. Ooh.
Well, it's time for a ASMR cork pop. So we're going to be very quiet. We are going to cork pop this Russell's 13 2022 edition right now. Julie, take it away.
Oh, see, it sounded good.
It's a really nice one.
It's been a while since I did a cork pop. I forgot how much I enjoy that.
Hang on. There you go. That's a nice, quiet ASMR for the folks at home that appreciate it. Grumpy wants to know, is Phil standing on a soapbox or is Julie not wearing her heels? Julie's actually wearing...
I don't wear heels.
She's wearing some sandals that prop her up a couple of inches, and I'm barefoot. I
do look kind of short right now.
It turns out that I'm a giant.
Well, that is true.
Yeah.
I know.
It runs in my family.
I did say I was going to wear these, like, what do they call? I call them ofufas, but I think they're like oofas or something.
OOFOS.
They're like recovery sandals, but they're soft and squishy. And he was like, "Oh, you'll be really tall." And I'm looking at us right here on the screen, and certainly not the case.
Barter says, I'm going to Chicago next month. I called Benny's and told him to stock up. Depending on what neighborhood you're in, let me know, because there's a single barrel that we are extremely partial to of Ezra Brooks Distillers collection.
Oh boy, I poured a lot in that one.
I'm not upset. Ooh, that's a heavy glass. That feels great. Let us know where you're going, Barter. I can suggest a couple of spots for you.
I was going to say we had some delicious cocktails while we were in Chicago.
Mordecai.
And they
have Dusty's there. If you're ever in Chicago in the Wrigleyville area, go to Mordecai, check out their list of Dusties.
Yeah, sorry. Just for those, because you can't see it. I need to prop up the bottles or something.
If I was shorter, we could just angle the camera down and then you can see what we're up to.
Wow, this smells quite different than the other nose.
Woo! All right, couple quick hellos to people.
Oh yeah, sorry. I know we're really behind. Sorry.
Love this. Dan E is here. Cheers to you, Dan. Welcome. Someone in my local group got a challenge coin from you. You two were in my area, Chicagoland. Oh
yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah.
Love Chicago. Brad Mason is here. Welcome, Brad. Cheers to you. Haven't seen you on a live in a long time. Well, we haven't been on a live in a long time.
Well, it's not you, it's us. It's one of those relationship things. This time it's definitely us.
David Base, however you want to say that. Glad to see you back on a live and congrats on over 7,000 subscribers. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
We agree. Can't even believe it. Cheers to you. Good to see you. We got a Schomburger in here.
Oh man.
Let's see.
I'm trying to figure out if this has a wild turkey nose or if it's totally different.
Hanging AZ says Ahoy Van Dwellers. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Little nautical greeting there. That's very nice. Oh, this smells like well-aged whiskey right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. What is the
I'm gonna
proof on
clean
this?
the rim on this. 114.8, I think.
Oh yeah, it definitely smells proofier.
Yeah, we're jumping up 24.8
more points on this one. I'm excited. Am I allowed to cheers? I want to get right into it.
Yes, absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers.
Onto the sip.
It's a good day for drinking whiskey.
It's a good day for drinking 13-year-aged whiskey.
Oh, there's good oak in there.
Oh, it coats beautifully.
This is like a 180 from the glass before. This has darker flavors to it.
The previous Russell's Reserve 13 was a blueberry pie with lime zest. I still get the lime zest, but this is like Marionberry. This is a Pacific Northwest flavor on this Kentucky bourbon.
There's some cinnamon down there.
Yep.
On the finish.
Ooh, that oak is
a nice heat on this one.
Yeah.
This is all wonderful. There is again nothing offensive about this sip. That's for sure.
Yeah, the oak is really incredible on this. I love well-aged oak.
Mm-hmm.
Like not bitter. It doesn't offer that sweetness. There's just a ton of character here. My mouth is watering. There's a dryness here.
Ooh. Wow, it was a step up in proof from that last one. I probably wouldn't have noticed it if we started off with this one, but
yeah.
Sorry.
Is Julie drinking New Riff? No, Paul, she's not.
Do we even own a New Riff?
We do. We have the Bottle and Bond Rye.
Oh.
Hank Williams Jr. Are y'all coming to Virginia? One of these days. A Southeast tour is very high up on the list, but so is Canada, so is Ireland, so is Scotland. Yeah. So is Southern California, so is Texas. Yeah. We got so many places we need to get to. We won't be doing the tour that we did twice this last year.
No.
We won't. Yeah. We'll get around though. We have big plans to do a lot more stuff. And we have a ton of people that we really would like to see, people that follow the channel. Yeah. From Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Maryland, Massachusetts, Maine. The whole Eastern Seaboard. There's people that we would love to catch up with if possible. So yeah, definitely on the list.
I feel spoiled only because we didn't have the intention of actually doing this last road trip, but with all of the stuff that we were doing in the house, we actually, some of you know, had to basically move out, right? Yeah. So shoot, we, got to be in the van for a while, which is, not our least favorite place to be. Yeah. And so when we decided to do it, there was like family that was coming in from all over in Chicago. So we decided to make that trip again. So don't think we'll be doing that.
I'm putting peach coke.
Upcoming year.
I'm putting peach coke up here because we were driving somewhere the other day and peach coke pulled up and rolled down his window. Oh. And he said, like the Grey Poupon commercial says, "Pardon me, would you happen to have any Blantons?" And it was the most unexpected thing that could have been said in that moment, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Old Toad is here. Welcome. Good to see you. That was Fritz. That was our first Weller 12. We've never seen that bottle before, even in a bar. There's Katie. Welcome, Katie Two Cats.
Katie Two Cats.
That's Katie Z 8 of 9, I believe.
Yeah.
Welcome, Katie. Good to see you and your kitties.
Of course. Okay, so
we don't have another cat yet.
We don't have another cat, right?
Let's just make this
we
clear.
miss our cat dearly, but we have a neighbor cat, right? Who obviously lives next door.
It's a neighbor.
It's a neighbor. She went away for a while because they were building basically a new house next door. And so the cat went to go live with grandma and grandpa for a while. And it was like basically Phil's girlfriend. Like,
I was really, really depressed because I
one
hung
day,
out with the cat every day in the backyard.
Yeah, there one day, gone the next, right?
Didn't get to say goodbye.
Yeah. There was nothing. And
like
then
cats can have full-on conversations, but still it bothered me.
Yeah. And she wanted to be friends with Norman. Norman did not want to be friends with her. It was fine, but she was a sweetheart. Our neighbor as well has a van, and so she went away for, I think, did like skiing in all the ski resorts or whatever for the winter while this house was getting built. Anyway, long story short, she tells us right before we leave that Luna the cat is coming back.
Yes.
And of course, we were very excited. So the entire time we're like making our way back home, we keep thinking, there's going to be a cat. There's going to be a cat. And sure enough, we pull up and literally kind of forgot about it. We open the door and she comes running out from it. She loves hanging out underneath our porch. So she comes running out and she is basically living. I mean, she's not living with us because.
No, but every time we open the door, she
wants
house.
to come in. And so like we spend probably way more time than we should outside just snuggling this adorable cat. I'm trying to steal her, but I know that she doesn't belong to us. But I really want her.
Is she outside right now? Do you want to scoop her up?
She was outside.
Bring her in here to say hello to the neighbor's cat.
I would totally do that for you guys. She is so cute. She looks like a caramel brownie.
She does.
And she has a black nose too, which I've never seen on a cat before. Because Norman's was so pink. Katie,
thank you for being here and sharing, of course, your avatar of your cats. We always love to see it, and you are in. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
Weller 12 s'mores, says Rob. I'm gonna go back to it and see.
Oh, s'mores.
Yeah, marshmallow note from that oak. I can see that. Boy, the Russell's 13.
I haven't really talked about the Russell's 13. Sorry.
I will say this: the nose a bit more biting than the last edition, I think.
Gosh, I wish I would have had a.
Do you want me to get a splash of?
Not yet.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of want to give us a fair shake before I start comparing them.
It's a super dry oak, I feel like, compared to the last version.
I poured myself way less of this. Dry is great is not actually, but is a good note on this one. I think because this one was so like juicy and sweet, the Weller 12. This one does feel so much the opposite of that.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like a baby hint of like leather on the finish.
Yep.
A really nice cinnamon note. It is good and oaky.
It's crazy though on this well-aged bourbon, this one especially, Russell's 13. This is the second year in a row where they've released it, and I was really surprised at the brightness of it, of the citrus zest in it. That sort of thing that you don't expect to find on well-aged, high-proof whiskeys.
Yeah.
This has a ton of brightness. That's a beautiful, beautiful whiskey. The mouthfeel is nice. The dryness keeps coming back. The woody, it's not fresh cut wood, but it's like wandering into a lumber yard for sure.
Yeah. There is a little bit, if actually you've evoked a little bit of almost like not wilderness, but like leaves or whatever on the ground, kind of like earthy to that. I can actually still taste that in my mouth.
It's beautiful. There's a freshness to it, and I didn't expect that from a 13-year whiskey. So not surprised that I like that so much. I'm going to hang on to this one because I'd like to compare them later on.
Yeah.
This one to the old one. We'll do that later.
We're way behind in the chat, but Phil usually controls the fat. Usually controls the chat. And I just saw that whiskey note, so I wanted to say hi to
Marty. What is going on?
Hi,
welcome.
Marty.
Didn't make it to Marty's live this week, but we will continue trying to make it to him because I love going to Whiskey Nose live streams. They're all kinds of fun.
They're the best.
Marty's the best. Good to see you. Tim, you guys are awesome. You're awesome, Tim. Thank you so much.
Everyone's awesome.
You are in, and thank you so much. This is, yeah, we're way behind, but I'll try to catch up a little bit here. Whiskey Nose. Oh, thanks, Marty. Process of moving again. We'll catch up soon. Love you guys. Oh, love you too.
Wait, moving again? Wait, hopefully just like within.
Yeah, were you just trying to secure a place to live now that you've gotten into that state,
or are you just heading back?
Yeah,
heading back.
Either way, tell us all about it. Feel free to email us if you don't feel like chatting about it here.
Yeah, for sure.
Looking forward to hearing from you.
I love it.
Here is Jesse. We were in. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Thank you. Good to see you. Ken V is here as well. Cheers to you, Ken.
Hey, Ken.
Well, we knew Ken was here, but you are in for this flight. I'm going to take one more sip of this Russell 13. It's kind of a lot.
I know.
Julie may have poured it a little heavy.
I poured yours a little heavy. Mine was actually like a really normal pour. I should probably, have measure things when I do it instead of just eyeballing, but
we don't measure on live streams.
No.
Blind Squirrel says Russell's 13 absolutely delicious. It is. EJ is here. Welcome to you, EJ. By the way, all of you who are interested in an Oregon meetup of our Patreons,
oh, right.
Stay tuned. We need to continue to talk some more.
More discussions to be had.
We have not had the satisfying interaction or
resolution.
There's just no easy way to make it happen the way that we were hoping that it would happen. So we'll see. Uh-oh. Well, Trev, I was going to text you anyways. I'm going to text you all night. That's what I do. We will be in touch. Absolutely.
I don't mean to brag, but I'm pretty good at selecting stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
Sure. Phil, when you get close to the microphone, I swear I'm listening to the PGA Tour. Here is Julie on the 7th green with the Russells 13, and she's hit the ball 20 yards. It was a terrible shot.
I can hit the golf ball. I just can't, put it in, I guess.
Patrick Q says a bourbon van wrench barrel pick. Sweet. We have talked about it a lot in the past. We just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Our state, for all of its benefits, has some drawbacks as well, which hinder the way that we can do picks and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But we've been working on it really hard. We've got a million ideas.
Yeah.
I actually finally just this week had a bit of a breakthrough, but I haven't talked to Julie about it yet, so she doesn't want to know anyway.
We don't live in the same house. I don't know about that.
Yeah, we walk past each other a lot, but we don't talk much.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, Prescription Bourbon. Good to see you as well. So by the way, there's a discussion about whether the Russell's Reserve 13 is great or if it's meh, and Reg says he passed on it at $150 and slightly regret it. Just to make it absolutely clear, here in Bourbon Van land, we got that bottle for, let me bring it up real quick.
I was going to say, people are going to just move here just for the pricing.
We paid $69.99 for it. And if you don't like it for $69.99, we're probably not going to be friends. But if you paid over $100 for it and you don't like it, I could probably see that. But for $70, I think that is an excellent bottle. When you consider that a Dickel 15 runs very close to that price in most places.
Yeah.
And I like Dickel 15 too, but it's no Russell's 13. So I would say that within reason, you have to think about the cost of things. At 150, would I rather? Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
What did we pay for the Cal Farm 15? Was it 130, 120?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was like 150. It might have been like a 150.
That's definitely not right.
130?
I think it was either 120 or 130.
Was that something that I bought for you?
Yeah.
Probably for
that was my birthday bottle last year. All right. So it was $120 or $130. Let's call it $125. For $125, Cal Farm 15 or Russell's Reserve 13. What are you choosing?
Oh, interesting. That's actually an interesting thing. Well, so this is like half the price, but I kind of in love with that Cal Farm 15.
Really? Actually, I'm not super surprised by that because when we did our review at the end of the year for our Patreons last year, when we were trying to pick our bottles of the year, Russell's 13.
This gets better the more you drink it, by the way.
Yeah. Russell's 13 kind of rose to the top for me after that tasting. And for you, there were a couple other bottles that were definitely above it.
I will say that this is more, I always hate to say drinkable, but I would say this is more of if this was available, you would drink it all the time. Like, it's delicious.
Yeah,
right?
super well balanced and honestly crushable at 114.
Yeah,
proof.
like we sit here and talk about it because it is a special bottle because there's only so many of them, and we were fortunate enough to get it.
Yeah.
If you look at it in terms of if everybody could get it at any point, like it is a crushable bottle. Like, and I do think, my first couple sips, I was like, I don't know about all the hype around this. Like, it's very delicious. I love anything Wild Turkey. Especially like Russell's 10 and stuff, I think is like one of my go-to.
Well-aged Wild Turkey's amazing.
Yeah, but the more I sit with this, the more it kind of breathes a little bit. I'm interested to see how it'll drink in like another couple weeks.
Yeah.
It's very delicious.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's outstanding. And we're going to get to the next bottle in just a second. But Eric C., Weller 12, Russell's 13. Let me roll the dice and count me in. Glad to see you two back home live. Cheers. Thank you so much, Eric. Eric, by the way, somebody that we met on the road.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was a fun day at Old 55 Distillery. That was so
gosh,
fun.
I love meeting people. So
it was fantastic. Yeah. Thank you for meeting us there. And by the way, for samples and everything else. Eric C. and Ruby Heart 921, fantastic people.
Yes.
Cheers, you are in. Daryl Hudson is here. Love all things Russell, especially heavy pours. Now you're talking like that. Cheers to you, Daryl. You are also in.
I have a question. Did I go the opposite way that you were hoping on that one?
About what?
The Cal Farm 15 versus the Russell 15.
No, I don't have any preconceived notion.
Oh, price point. I would go this way every day, but I will say they're totally different profiles.
Completely.
So depending what you're
Yeah, the only thing they have in common is well-aged oak, which Barton does well-aged oak really well.
Yeah.
And Wild Turkey does it fantastic as well. So we can't complain about either one of those. Rusty says he's hoping for a Russell's for a Russell. Glad to have you two back. Missed this. Cheers to you, Russ. By the way, is it Russ's sample that goes on 5 Sip Friday tomorrow?
I think
it is. I think there's a Russ D sample tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cheers to you. You are in. Thank you very much.
We were like way ahead. We were way James Taylor's here. He was on Colbert all week last week.
The singer?
Yeah.
This is the other James Taylor.
I know. I'm just making a joke.
This is the one that we like. This is the one that I like.
I do like you. Anyway, I thought that was a pretty funny joke. No, okay.
Aiden says that Russell's that he had never win against a store pick, and the Junkies did a blind and 13 took third. Just stuff to remember if you're feeling the FOMO. Absolutely true. There's so much great whiskey out there. I didn't see that episode. And I was just thinking while we were talking that like the Russell's 13 versus the other Russell's 13 versus the Russell single barrel versus the Wild Turkey rare breed would be an interesting matchup.
Yeah.
The Wild Turkey rare breed, by the way, in our previous matchup against some other really heavy hitters, absolutely wailed on everything else, including some much more expensive bottles. So that's
rare breed's an interesting one for me because sometimes she rises to the occasion, especially when we're outside. I don't know what it is about drinking that outside, but I really love that flavor profile. And sometimes it can drink a little bit bitter for my taste, but I do love it, and it's always on the shelf no matter what.
James Taylor says best wishes, and I wish I could find a Weller 12. Well, you are in, and you might find a sample of Weller 12 on your doorstep at some point if you win it today. Thank you very much. Sugar Kitty says no new cat yet. Meow 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 meow. No, not yet. Not yet. We came very close to. Well, we tried to rescue one, but it was too feral, and we didn't have enough time to make it comfortable. It was in really bad
shape, and my heart was very sad about it. But we actually had the option of adopting a cat when we stopped at a winery. But we were on our way out, and I told Phil, like, we had a backpacking trip planned and like all this stuff. And I was like, we cannot take cats on the way in. We can only pick up cats on the way back, like after we're done with all our things. And we didn't run into any cats yet. So we're on the prowl.
Nice on the prowl.
Oh, thanks.
We didn't even know you did that, did you?
No, I didn't. But we are, we'd love to like find one. That's how we found Norman. Like he just kind of walked into one of Phil's old coworkers' homes, and they said, well, we can't take them. And then we did. So I'd like to rescue them.
Jesse says, long-time Whiskey Tube watcher, first-time Super Chatter. Well, thank you so much, Jesse.
Yeah.
We appreciate you making us your first-timers. We're honored. So cheers to you.
Yeah.
And you are definitely in. EJ, looking forward to meeting you both in October. We did pick a Weller 12 a few weeks ago when LLCC released them. Cheers. Yeah, Oregon been pretty good about, you can find things online. You can find things at your local shops. We found store owners here to be some of the coolest we've ever met in the entire country.
Yeah.
No big surprise. Oregon folks, in general, pretty cool.
Pretty nice people. Here, let me move
cheers,
this to the side.
You are in.
So, again.
What did we have there?
Check your. So, flight today. So, the first 2 bottles, Weller 12. Russell's 13, our second bottle. And then what do you got for us for the third?
This next one is something that we opened a while back on a live stream, and we haven't revisited it since. No. This is Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend Bourbon Batch 77, the Freebird batch.
Yes. If I remember correctly, Melissa, big fan.
Yeah, I think Melissa was a big fan of this. This is a Nancy Fraley. Nancy Fraley, obviously the master blender. Pretty much everything she touches turns to gold. And this one is 126.32 proof. The reason that we're including a finished bourbon in this flight is that we were looking for well-aged bourbons. And this one is a blend of bourbons aged 14 years, 8 months, and 20 years. It's a blend of a whole bunch of stuff, quite honestly. But it's a radical blend with huge flavors, huge proof. The proof on this 126.32. The most expensive bottle in this bunch. This is a $180 bottle. This is bottle number 279, again, of the Freebird batch. And if you win this one, you're definitely going to want to look it up and look up the tasting notes because
this is the one that's it's got jam packed
400 tasting notes on it, and they're each more fun than the last. So definitely have some fun with this one if you win it.
I'm interested to see how I'll react to this. So the first time, I don't remember. It's been so long since we tried this. Or it feels like so long. Maybe it wasn't so long ago.
Oh, this isn't going to be a cork pop, but it's been in a storage for a while, so it might make some noise if you want to do it here.
Oh, sure. I don't think we have to get that close to the microphone for this.
Cork pop of a finished bourbon.
Pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
Is already open. Yeah.
EJ says just come to our house for the meetup.
Such an interesting
we could do that.
Neck on this. Glug, glug, glug.
Old Toad says you're supposed to say that Russell's 13 is complete garbage. Don't buy it. 101 is better.
Oh, well, there probably could be a case for that.
James Nolan says he's still down on the lower shelf. When it comes to rye whiskeys, Wild Turkey 101 Rye, one of my favorite whiskeys. I actually prefer it to most whiskeys that are 2 or 3 times the price when it comes to ryes. Ryes also are one of those things, though, that the higher you go on price, generally, in my opinion, the lower the satisfaction is. So
it's a pretty bottle, but
it is a pretty bottle. Wendell Wilson's here. Cheers, the Bourbon Van. Cheers to you, Wendell.
Wendell, nice to see you. Nice to chat with you.
Let's see here. Peach Coke says maybe you could try the Calumet 16 soon. I hope so. We're waiting on that one to show up here. Don Davis. Look at that little black kitty.
Aww.
Love a cat on the Bourbon Van.
Oh, we do.
Cheers to you.
Love those
Thank you. Kitties. You are entered for tonight's flight now that all 3 bottles have been revealed.
Yes.
Here goes Paul. Got to run and tend to thing 2. Have a great night, Phil and Julie and everyone else. Thank you so much, Paul.
Thanks,
you are
Paul.
in. James Taylor says he's drinking the Obama 18, then he says open. Yes.
Wait, was it autocorrect?
Yes. Oh. That might be my favorite autocorrect of the day right there. Wendell Wilson, always in for a good giveaway, and you are in, sir.
I love a giveaway, right?
Ooh, this smells super leathery. And fruit leather and cowhide leather. I don't know why those things.
Is it like fruit by the foot leather?
No, like quality fruit leather.
Oh,
I'm not a fruit by the foot hater. Yeah. Thank you, Wendell. You are in.
Thanks, Wendell.
Not a fruit by the foot hater, but there's a difference. Thomas Metal 75. He's here drinking some single malt Scotch 12-year-old Tomatin.
I will say you are correct with the fruit leather, which is kind of a hilarious note. Fruit leather. kind of took a nice breathe in on that one. And she's going to be a proofy gal. I can tell already.
For sure. But the vanilla here,
yeah,
caramel oak. I'm not a big finished whiskey guy, but
look at the color of
the
this.
smell on this is beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, they're all nice, but this one's really nice. This is a blend, you said, right? I interrupted you like mid sip, so that now I'm watching the reactions.
Proof and spice. There's proof spice and there's flavor spice there.
Oh, see what I'm saying? Oh, dang. I like this. I don't remember what my reaction was the first time I drank it, but I'm almost positive it wasn't what just happened right here.
It's ginger, clove, and cinnamon.
Holy moly. That's
a spice blend right there.
Ooh. We just kind of threw this one in. We were like, oh, maybe we'll do the 18-year, like the Elijah Craig, or what should we throw in? Because we just had those like 15 years on Monday, so we were trying to figure out what else could go. And then Phil mentioned this one. I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna live. This is delicious.
Straight bourbon whiskey finished in Armagnac, sherry, and cognac casks. That is a very fine whiskey right there. Cheers, Thomas. You are in. Thank you so much.
Oh my god. Wait, I'm just gonna lean over a second. The oakiness, this is like a beautiful. I don't even have words right now. I like this a lot.
It's crazy. This has opened up a ton since the last time we tried it.
I mean, if I remember correctly, when we first opened this, I was kind of like, crap. Not crap. Like, I thought it was good, but I was like, oh, I'm never gonna drink this one. This one's for you, kind of thing.
It's like an English toffee.
I feel like
chocolate.
This one's very flavorful.
The mouth feels incredible.
Thought this was kind of not gonna hold up to.
Yeah.
Gosh, they're all very good.
Previous time we had this
today, but man, this is good.
On the neck. I wasn't crazy about it. I thought I was like, oh boy, $180 bottle. That's way more expensive. We don't buy bottles that expensive.
I like the cigar note to it.
That's real nice.
I was gonna throw a flavor note out there that people weren't expecting, but I was like, it's a cigar blend. So,
good question here, Phil. You prefer the Wild Turkey 101 rye over the Rare Breed rye? We have not tried those side by side, but we should. We should do those two side by side, and the proof is a big difference there.
Yeah.
But even a Russell's Reserve Rye single barrel, which is a bottle that I've never actually owned.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind putting those three up against each other. That could be a really fun blind.
It's been a while since I had the 101. So to be perfectly honest, both of those bottles are one of those that will always be on our shelf. We like them both very much.
For the price, though.
They are very different. I wonder how they would hold up in a...
For $30 for Wild Turkey 101 for a liter versus $65-ish for 116 proof 750 milliliter of the Rare Breed rye. I don't think for the price, you're not going to beat Wild Turkey 101 rye.
No, but if you were doing an honest blind, right? It might depend on the day. Whew, this one's warm. It might depend on the day too, because you are pitting up more drinkability versus almost complexity. I don't know if I want to say complexity, but
we have to see them next to each other to see.
Yeah.
Love it though.
That's an interesting.
That's a great one.
Phil, make a mental note because that'll be out of my head in about 2 seconds. But yeah.
Thank you, Boo Ryan.
Thank you.
You are in. Cheers. You got him? You got him all right. She's way ahead of me.
Trying to keep up.
By the way, Wendy says hi. She's with the older son watching an anime movie, so couldn't join.
Was that anime?
Anime.
Nice.
I don't know anything about that, but I appreciate it.
Like Japanese anime? Or am
I? Julie doesn't play poker, does she? She does. Julie is a card shark.
Should we say probably not? Well,
you're a board gamer and a card gamer, and I'm not.
You're talking about my poker face, right? But the thing is about me is that I could have just a real shit hand or a real awesome hand, but you probably couldn't tell because, I'm probably always pretending like I have a good hand. I'm not a huge poker fan though. I love playing blackjack. If we're somewhere blackjack, and I like playing craps. I like video.
You
I like
like
video
playing all
poker though
You
because
like playing all the games that your folks play.
Yeah.
And when we get together as a family, I generally get just shellacked by the rest of her family at games.
Non-money games, I love playing like rummy and stuff. That's awesome. Hearts. It's an old school game. If anyone likes hearts.
Let's see. Cheers, Keg and a runner once and cool running. Runner folks here tonight. We appreciate that. Melissa, loving on Nancy Fraley. We all love her. She's fantastic. Uncle Nate, agree. Oregon liquor stores are great. Giorgio's in Bend. We know Giorgio's very well. Hooked me up with my first well at 107 a few years back when I was there on vacation.
Nice.
Good
callback.
My first bottle of Henry McKenna 10 in many years was purchased there.
Yeah.
Just sitting there. No pretense. It was available.
I know.
Is there a Kentucky Spirit Rye yet? Not to my knowledge. Let's see here. I'm just catching up, guys.
Yep.
How does the Russell's Reserve 6-year rye compare to the Wild Turkey 101? Honestly, it's, in my opinion, pretty comparable. The Russell's Reserve 6-year has a big lemon peel note, in my opinion. We haven't had that one in a long time either, though. So,
wow, this is
She must save the poker face for cards. Certainly not whiskey. Sounds accurate.
Yeah, I can hide. I feel like I can hide things better. Though I feel like if I have something really good going on, like if I have a really good hand, then I'm just like getting antsy to play. Right? Like I'm just like, is it my turn yet? Is it my turn yet?
Yeah.
Phil hates playing cards with me. Or
I don't like playing cards with anybody.
Yeah.
It's not a game that I like to play.
I mean, me or my family, or probably your family or friends.
I don't like any kind of games, though, if I'm completely honest.
Not a gamer.
No.
Maybe a video gamer, but like not a...
Yeah, Duck Hunt.
Oh, that was so fun.
We
do like going to the arcades, though. I was going to say, shout out to anybody that lives in Oregon who goes to the Lincoln City Arcade.
That arcade bar is all kinds of fun.
Nobody knows about it. It's on like...
Well, all the kids know about it. They show up after school, which is when we leave.
Well, no. We only go when the kids are in school. You don't want to be at the arcade when the kids are out of school.
And people are watching like, oh, your kids? No, we don't have kids.
Yeah, we
literally go and do the stuff that the kids do when they get out of school.
I was going to say, we accidentally went during summer break last year.
That
was a disaster. But there's a bar in there too, which is awesome. But like 100 pinball machines. Come on.
Barter says, should there be a bourbon van meetup in Vegas? Probably. Probably. We get around that area pretty frequently. I will say that I've been to Vegas a number of times, but I do always have a budget. I am not somebody that actually likes to spend money willy-nilly at the casino. So I stick to very cheap tables and or games. Yeah. So we did win some money though. I do Nevada like the free drinks though. We did pretty good in Nevada. Yeah. I think I won $7.50. Yeah. So doing great. No, wait, I was going to say, remember when I was like trying to work and then I was like, she kept giving me money to get out of her face. Go do something for a few minutes. Well, she kept on saying that it was time to go. She's like, here, I just need a couple of minutes. Here's $5. She'd give me $5. I'd go and I'd come back with more money. $7. And I'd be like, you ready to go? And she'd be like, I go, here's another $5. Go do something. And then I gave you 10 once. I gave you 10. But like every time he came back, she just kept giving me money to go away. The third time he came back, he's like, we have to leave. Everyone here is like ready to kill. Like he's like, they've been here all day and they haven't won yet. And I just gave it. I mean, I just kept walking up to different machines, putting money in, playing the game, getting a couple of bucks back and walking back. So it wasn't like a lot of money, but I was getting some dirty looks from people that were like, hey, come on, man. I know. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, and it only ended up being $5, but paid for one of the lunch margaritas. Fine Squirrel says Lincoln City Arcade rocks. Yeah, it does. Nobody knows about it either. Like we have a friend who has a cottage or whatever there, and we were telling her about it the other day, and we're like, because I was like, oh, you have a place in Lincoln City? Do you guys ever go to the arcade? And I was like, it's. She looked at you like you were like I was insane, and we said we're like it's north, and she goes, that's where our place is, and I was like, it's kind of a real crappy build, like it's not a cool building, and it looks like it's probably about Well, you're an adult, you're not going to go in there, but we're adults and we act like children, so. I love an arcade. We've got one Peach here. Says that the arcade downtown isn't bad. He's right. Vector Volcano. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Solid one. Although it used to be better Now they make you pay for each time you play the
pinball.
The pinball. It used to be included.
Yeah,
which
you
I
would just
understand
pay your
people
fee
break
and then
in.
play anything.
They're expensive to keep going, but yeah.
Well, they should stop allowing kids.
I love me some roulette. Me too, Barter. I love roulette as well. That hustle and grind life is here. Looking to purchase 4 to 6 different bourbons with a ceiling of 70 per bottle and recommendations. What do you like?
Oh, 70? Oh, so $7 per bottle. Well,
so 4 to 6 different bottles with a ceiling of 70 per bottle and recommendations.
Wow,
I'll just do the ones that I would buy.
I was gonna say that list is limitless. Like I'm pretty sure between 35 and 60 is like a sweet spot for amazing bourbons.
Yeah, I would say Bellmead Reserve while you can get it.
Yeah.
I would say Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. It's on every shelf in Oregon. I would say
depending
on what you
like, probably
sure.
like I would say like a 1920.
1920.
People generally don't like the 10, which is what I love.
Everybody likes the 1910. If you got to have something a little bit lower proof, and that's
Russell's 10, like Russell. I don't know. I think
I would probably throw a rare breed rye or a rare breed or a Russell's 10 in there for sure.
I sometimes think that, I mean, people always want the more expensive stuff or, the more allocated stuff. But I think just a lot of times it's everyday, 60 and below, there's like such amazing stuff in the mix that of course we have, we're trying to collect some stuff and
that's the
for
thing.
Our own personal
if you're a drinker, it's one thing. If you're a collector, it's another thing.
Yeah.
Drinkers generally become collectors, but that's the hard thing about recommending whiskey for people. I always go to the lowest common denominator. What do people always like? Maker's 46, Russell's 10, 1910, Woodford Double Oaked. Of course, 3 out of 4 of those are toasted, but
for more beginner
or
stuff, right?
Double Oaked, but
yeah.
But then, like, what would I buy for that money? I would go after Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I would go after that Russell's Reserve. I would go after I don't know. There's so many great bottles. And it really depends on where you're at. Here in Oregon, we've got a couple of really, really great stores with huge bourbon walls that you just can't go wrong with. I mean, Trailhead on the north end, Bend South, fantastic bourbon walls in these places. So to
go a little bit, not just your general rent, but when we were in Tennessee, we went to Nashville Barrel. Their stuff is pretty expensive. I don't know if it's under 70. I don't remember what the bottles were. It might be a little bit more, but something like that too, which is a little bit more unique, but blew our socks off how delicious it was. Really good.
Smoke Wagon, Frey Ranch, you can order those online. Those are delicious.
Smoke. I think a couple dollars more, but I think it comes in about $72.99. You can get the uncut, unfiltered. Yeah, I would splurge for that. But the small batch is just as delicious at 55-ish,
56. Yeah, good bottles.
Prices.
Look at you. That's the most I've ever seen Julie know about whiskey. When it comes to Smoke Wagon, Julie's like, oh no, I know about that. Yeah, sure.
This is like how I am at work. Like I can't remember any details outside of work. But at work, I'm just like, you ask me a question, I got it. And then outside of that, it's like all my brain power has been moved into that. So I'm trying to bring some of my brain power into my regular life.
This is actually the opposite of me. The way that I live dangerously is I'll stay on a 7 and hope that the dealer busts.
That's true. Phyllis,
like Austin Powers.
Say, the least I don't want to say adventurous, but the least risk taker. Like you're always looking for the safe bet.
Yeah. That's why
people
trust my whiskey recommendations.
Right. And I'm always like, let's just go for it. Should we jump on that motorbike? Sure. That guy we just met has a jet ski. Why not?
Just one quick note on those bottle choices that we mentioned. James Taylor has a great list here. Old Forester 1910 and 1920. If you like the Old Forester profile, of course. If you don't, the 1910 could be swapped out for the Woodford Double Oaked or even a Maker's 46. Wild Turkey Rare Breed, absolutely. 4 is a single barrel, one we didn't mention that definitely deserves to be on that list. I've seen that bottle for like $35 to $40 out and about. It's gotten much more expensive here. Unfortunately, it's like $50 some dollars now.
A little bit of a sleeper.
It's it used to be one of those bottles you could get anywhere, and it was almost like, I've had that. I don't want to buy another one. Now I'm wishing I had gotten more for that previous price. It's almost like McKenna 10. I wish I'd bought more at $35 because I don't want to buy it now. Barter says, have you seen the Curiosity Public series? I'm trying to find the best free whiskey in Vegas. Have not, but I like this. I like the idea of it.
I will say, nice job in how we arranged these today. We really went from like the sweetest down, right? For the flavors.
This is a Hustle and Grind Life says that Woodford Reserve has been disappointing, and I agree on normal Woodford Reserve stuff. There's a funk to it that I don't generally like. Woodford Double Oak, I have to be in a mood for because
I actually had the Double Oak last night.
You did. It
because
can be cloying, though.
Yeah, I wanted something sweet, and I was like, pick me a whiskey that like tastes like dessert, and of course that was the one that we had here. It's actually really good. I do agree, though. Woodford is not my favorite.
I'll say this,
and people people love it. But it just depends on your mood.
Speaking of Trailhead,
yeah,
they just got a Woodford Reserve pick in, and I got to try it the other day, and I expected to dislike it very much, like I do with normal Woodford stuff, and it didn't have that funk on the finish. It was actually a really satisfying bottle. So if you're looking for something Woodford-ish that's a little unique and you're in Central Oregon, go check that out. You might be satisfied with it. Old Granddad 114, that's a good one. Knob Creek 9.
Yeah. I did like the Double Oak last night, though. I drank it quite quickly. Yeah.
Joe Knott is here. Cheers to Joe. Joe, we got Joe. He sent us a great
yesterday.
Yes, a whole bunch of samples and a note basically saying, I'd like to know what you think of these because I can be easily swayed and I want to revisit them because I've tried them. I actually liked that idea so much that I thought it would be fun to do as a Patreon live stream to bring Joe on, if you're interested, Joe, and we could taste through those together.
Yeah.
And see, maybe we can find some flavor notes together and see how that goes. If you're interested in it, Joe, I think that'd be fun.
It is such a funny thing. And I can totally get swayed by, I watch other whiskey tube channels and see what they think about things as well. And as you're like sipping along, right, you're like, oh yeah, that does taste like caramelized bananas or something, right? And
I made some of those last night with our Cuban black beans.
That's what I'm thinking about. They were so good.
It was awfully good.
Like it's funny how like your brain, like I feel like I'm depending on the day, fairly good about picking out things, but I don't get as like probably deep dive.
I think you've got a tremendous palate, but you don't have the catalog of flavors.
I don't have the catalog of flavors. Thank you. Yeah. Or like
Julie's palate
things,
is better than mine,
right? Like things like I'm like, this tastes like something, and but I've never had this, whatever it is, spice or fruit or whatever. And so you can get swayed by what people think. Because I mean, I think your brother had said this to us at one point. He goes, you just drink it and you don't think about it. Yeah. He goes, and then I watch you guys drink it and you say something, and then I taste it. I'm like, oh yeah, it does taste like that.
But yeah, there is bubble gum.
Hopefully we're not just making it up, but
no.
Yeah.
Hustle and Grind says Knob Creek 9 was a gift, hated it, shelved it for 3 years, came back, and it's wonderful. We talk about this all the time. Knob Creek was not our thing. And
Knob Creek especially.
The longer we go on our bourbon journey, the more we like it, especially the 9. That's my go-to pour now. Bullet Rye. If I see it if there's like a real limited list, Bullet Rye or KC9. That's pretty much it for me.
I was gonna say Eric and Ruby, they're big Knob Creek fans, and I don't know if like at some point we said we didn't like Knob Creek or something, but they keep sending us a few things here and there, and everything we've had of Knob Creek lately, I'm so pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, absolutely. Whiskey Nose got a new channel out. I actually have not checked this out yet, so thank you for dropping that, Marty. We will definitely check you out when we have a chance. There you go. I'll leave that up for a second in case you guys want to check that out. KC12. Yeah, we love that KC12. We love the cask strength version, but the regular version, also very good. What I keep saying about Knob Creek 12, more delicate than the regular Knob Creek line. Yeah. Something about that really appeals to me too. So I think it's time that we choose tonight's winner. So if you're thinking about getting in on this thing, do it, because I'd like to choose tonight's winner. And then if you'd like to, I'd like to compare that Russell 13 to last year's. I would love
to actually, because I have been, as we're sitting here, I've been kind of like sampling back and forth, and my glasses 1 and 3, which are the Weller 12 and then the Cigar blend. I mean, I loved those straight away. The Russell's 13 was the only one that I was a little like wishy-washy about, where I really liked it, but for some reason I thought it should be more robust or more something. Like I wanted it to be like,
it's not going to jump up and grab you and shake you and say, I'm a great whiskey.
Right.
You got to sit and think with it.
But I will also say that the more that it sits, the better it is. And I mean,
keep in mind it's a neck pour.
I was going to say that and there was not a moment where I was like, oh, this is bad. It's delicious. I love everything about it. But for some reason, I was thinking it was going to be more flavorful than it was. Yeah. So I'm interested to see what the last one tasted like and compare just a little bit.
And I have now finished the cigar blend here. And I would just like to say that whiskey, the first time I tried it, I wasn't sure. Now I'm all in. It's delicious.
Oh my gosh,
Nancy Fraley, if you're out there,
can't believe it.
If we ever meet you, it's going to be a Julie Phil hug sandwich. Okay? That's for you, Nancy. It's going to happen.
I like that.
That's outstanding. So
I'll go get the 13. Is it just out? Is it out?
I'll grab it. It's right over here.
Oh,
Julie, what's your favorite so far of the three? Good question.
Oh, good. Well, let me have a little. When I drink something, the flavors really matter to me. So it matters over the proof. Though, I have as of late, been doing more proofier things and have really liked them. There's something about the cigar blend today that's really hitting my palate. Like, I love everything about the Weller 12, everything about this scream, something that, Julie likes. Like, it is sweet and strawberries and easy to drink, and it drinks cold, even though obviously this is room temperature. But there's something, it's kind of like that Cal 15 that won the Advent tournament for me and then was in the Monday video. There's a lot of flavors in the cigar blend. And when I can pick out a lot of different flavors and a little different, unique, not weird, but just unique flavors that aren't just caramel and vanilla,
and some of these flavors are weird,
and cherries or something. Like, when there's something a little bit different, that's super intriguing to me, and I think that's why I really like this one today.
I agree. I think I'm with you. I will also say that all three of them were very nice. The Weller 12 actually surprised me. I thought for 90 proof, I thought I wasn't
delicious.
I didn't think I was going to get that much out of it, but I got a ton.
It just tastes like candy. Like Weller 12. I mean, you could just kind of. Consider
this one really showed up today. The Magnus, that was a surprise.
Well, Weller's interesting to me because sometimes I really, really like Weller, and sometimes the 107 is definitely a mood drink.
Yeah, that's an iffy one for me
because sometimes it's good, and sometimes you're like, I don't know. This is just easy peasy.
Absolutely. All right, Russell's 13. This is the 2021 bottle. You can see my handiwork there. I had to write it 3 times because I kept rubbing it with my finger, and I still have the ink on my thumb. Okay. Now we're going to open this bottle of Russell's 13 from 2021.
Oh,
that was nice.
It's pretty deep. Pretty deep
good
timber.
ASMR.
I actually don't think that's been open since the first time.
It's been a long time.
Actually, there's quite a bit missing, so we must have opened it.
I may have had a pour of it before I put it in storage because I was like,
as you do, just in case somebody steals it.
There's only a few bottles there's a few bottles I was really looking forward to getting back to, and there's a video coming for that, and this was
one of them.
Okay. Yeah. Whiskey Nose drinking the Double Oak tonight with Cigar. Double Oak's my favorite dessert drink, says Matt. Tastes like dessert.
It does, 100%.
Gives you serious heartburns and hiccups after a couple pours. I guess it depends how much you drink. I use Woodford wheat for my bourbon glaze on salmon. Julie likes that one. I'm not big into that.
Oh, the Woodford wheat. Perfect. Okay. It's not, I don't want to say it's not good, but Phil hates it. Perfect for summertime. It is the perfect summertime. Also, if you've been following the channel for a while, we did a campfire whiskeys last year.
Yeah.
And we're going back to that same campground this weekend.
You want to do a campfire whiskeys this weekend?
So maybe we'll revise. Actually,
here in Oregon, campfires are outlawed, but we can go.
Yeah, we can't do campfires right now.
We can talk about what we would drink if we could have a campfire.
But if I remember correctly, Michter's Rye made an appearance in that video. And I think
it made an appearance in that campground, but I don't think we talked about it for that.
But I kind of just want to drink that, I think, this weekend. That might be my go-to this weekend. We have
a fresh bottle of it.
Perfect.
Also, what we haven't reviewed yet is Michter's Bourbon. So that might have to make an appearance this weekend too. We can do a bottle review of it.
All right. So this is 2022.
You got a 2022 there?
And this is my 2021?
Yep. That's a Joe Knott glass right there. That's the Joe special.
Wait, can I see it?
Which side are you? Oh, Super Good here. The Super Good glass available at thebourbonband.com.
Oh, boy.
is that's going to have our 2021 or
interesting.
2022 in it, and the Wayfarer for me. The other one, the Joe for you, is 2022. Rob MC is here. Cheers to you. James Taylor says, if you get old granddad, I recommend the bib. So do we. That bonded is fantastic. I think we need to pick. Let's pick our winner before we get into this tasting, because I know some of you want to get over to Whiskey Row. You've got other things to do, so we don't want to make you wait.
Yep.
Thank you so much to all of you guys who have
stick around. We're gonna do this, but let's pick a winner. Yeah.
For all of you that jumped in, contributed, we appreciate it so much. We're gonna pick a winner right now. Julie is gonna randomize that. And how many do we have, by the way?
Oh, a lot. Wow, this might be our biggest night ever. 268.
268 is a huge night for us.
I know. I'm gonna randomize them.
You randomize them, and I will have Siri pick us a number between 1 and 268.
Randomize range. Go.
All right, let me get some volume up here.
Are we allowed to do that?
Don't do it. The microphones are right. You know how loud that is.
They're fine.
They're fine. Okay. All right.
Okay, go for it.
1 and 268, right?
Sure.
Okay. ASMR, here we go. We're going to pick this very quietly here. Get the volume up here. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 268.
The answer is 150.
There you go.
It's a nice even number.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Who's our winner?
Regs.
Regs is our winner? Well, there you go, Regs. Congratulations.
There you go. Number 150 on the dot.
150 on the dot.
I won't even tell you who's around because you'll be sad. But yeah. Congratulations. It's amazing.
Yes, congratulations. And of course, this 3-bottle flight will be yours. We will send out 2 ounces of each one of these to you. Email us before we forget. Send us a message at thebourbonvan@gmail.com. Give us your mailing address.
I see him. We're not quite into the thing, but he's right there. I see him.
Get that information to us on our email so that we can send that out to you.
Yeah.
We'll get it out as quickly as we can.
Thebourbonvan@gmail.com.
Thebourbonvan@gmail.com, please.
Yay, congratulations. I'm so excited.
That's outstanding.
I always like to see
Rex has been to a lot of our live streams, and I don't know.
This is our first time winning.
Winner.
Yeah, for sure.
Fantastic. Love to see it. Ruby Hart says the double oaked or toasted barrel bourbons go nicely with colder weather. I tend to agree with that.
Oh, Ruby, I thought you weren't going to be up tonight.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you, Whiskey Nose, for showing that off. The Bourbon Van Patreon. We try to stay in touch in there. If you like following along with all the travels that we do, and we kind of treat it like Facebook. We're not on Facebook, but we want to share our travels and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Patreon.com/thebourbonvan. I can understand why campfires are banned. Is that true for fire pits as well? There are places where it's allowed. Most campgrounds, especially private campgrounds.
Yeah. Private campgrounds are still allowed to do that. Just no where there's no pits, I guess, like actual rings, right? Unless you're in like a national park or sometimes like that. So usually just private. Yeah.
Ruby loves it. I'm going to start a podcast where today we're talking about Weller 12. I'm just going to do a podcast where it's just me talking quietly about the bourbons and just tasting them.
I was going to say, in case you didn't know, Phil always wanted to be a sports announcer.
I did.
But, growing up, we didn't really think that was like a realistic dream. And so...
It probably wasn't.
Yeah, probably not. It's not like today where you can do... I mean, I feel like everyone could do anything now, but...
Well, there you have it. Regs is our big winner tonight. We're very happy for you, and thanks again to everybody who contributed. We're not going away, though, so if you feel like hanging out with us, if you want to stick around, we are about to try Russell's 13 from 2021 versus Russell's 13 from 2022. We both have 2022 on this side, 2021 on this side, so we won't get them confused.
You put 2022 on the right?
Yep. Perfect. And so do we want to go to the 2021 next?
Yeah, I was just, before... doing the nose, they're quite different, actually.
Wow, really different. Wow.
Oh, Ruby, I forgot about the Field of Dreams. Yeah, another note. Apparently, my nephew, who is, 12, he played the Field of Dreams, his little league.
Oh, that's right.
That was funny. Not funny, but cute. It was such an iconic movie when we were kids.
He had the best time, too. Yes. And everybody loved going there, of course. Why wouldn't you?
Okay.
2022
First impressions of nose. What do you like?
2022 is a caramel bomb compared to 2021. It's butterscotch.
Butterscotch on the nose on 2022. Maybe because 2021 has been closed up for a while.
I don't know. There's a cola note on 2022. There's more here than I thought there
What's
was.
the proof point on 2021?
They're all 114.8. They're both.
Oh, that's why it was so confusing. All right. All right, ready to try?
2022 has more happening. Let's go to 2021.
I like the nose on 2022.
Let's see what
so
the
that's a
palate
good
does.
bonus for it. Ooh, leatherier. Oh, that's weird.
Oh, it
I don't
tastes
know
like
if you
pie.
can hear that.
It's this one always hits me like pie.
You
The
get
caramel,
blueberry pie, and I got leather. How weird is that?
that the way the blueberry like caramelizing on the edges, granulated sugar. Man, that's good. I still love it. I'm not surprised. That's one of my favorite whiskeys, and I actually think that the way that coats the tongue, that's not going anywhere. That is a very extended finish. That's nice.
Ooh, ooh, there's a wonderful cherry note in there. Oh, exactly.
Congratulations to Regs. We'll be a lot quieter now.
Good luck. Ooh.
Jeff Milliken wants to know, did you guys get the 2022 in Oregon? We did indeed.
Wow. I have to say that I love comparing things because
There's a cherry sweetness, cherry candy.
in the glass and 21.
Yeah.
There's a really nice cherry note, like mid palate on that. The nose on 2022 now has like a spearmint nose.
I think you've been chewing gum.
I'm not, but
There's a mintiness.
Yeah.
They both have a little bit of mintiness though.
I do appreciate when things taste differently. Like when batches taste differently. Because there's some things that taste very similar and you're like, ugh, it's just, it tastes the same as last year or whatever. And it's like,
the same proof point here. You would think that there would be a lot of similarities, and there are some similarities. Ooh, that 2022 is nice. So 2022, I think, has a richer nose, but I think the 2021, the way it coats and the finish might be better than the 2022.
2021, you think is? Wait, sorry, say that again.
I think the 2022 has a better nose. I think the 2021 has a better finish. And I think the body and mouthfeel in 2021 might be, I think it is better. I don't think that there is a might be about it. 2021 coats with like nobody's business.
See, I immediately like 2021.
Yeah. I give the nose to 2022 and I give everything else to 2021.
I wonder if it's the flavors that I'm getting out of it that I like. So it's funny because I didn't, like you said, I didn't really prefer the nose on 2021. It was kind of it had a bit of a biting nose.
Yeah. More granulated sugar, more things sticking out than feeling cohesive. Almost tasted like a blend of multiple things, whereas this one tastes like, straight ahead from that distillery.
Gosh, but the 2022 is good.
Wow.
I like them. They are both good. They are both good.
Yeah.
They are different. They're
weird that we would
different.
like both of these.
Yeah, they are very different from each other. Interesting.
Well, that's awfully good.
Yeah.
There you have it.
I don't know if I'm supposed to pick a winner or anything because it doesn't really matter. They actually do taste quite different from each other.
Yeah, completely.
And I didn't dislike them, so that's a bonus for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. House on Grind Live wants to know, was anyone wondering if anybody in here dealt with COVID? I'm actually going to put this up because this is a good question. And I know a lot of people are struggling with this.
Yeah.
Taste isn't off too much, but only have about 10% smell since October of last year. And it's very depressing.
Dear.
And that's so much of that is tied to your palate.
Yeah.
Somebody just told us that they were struggling with this.
Grizz.
Oh yeah. Our friend Grizz was just telling us that He actually had a lot of trouble with it, that it was affecting everything.
Well, yeah, we were drinking big IPA fan, right? Which
Yeah.
is if you drink IPAs, you know that they're hoppy and have a bitterness to them. But I had him taste something at one point, and it's like he's like, I don't know, this could just be like a lager. Like it had none of the flavors, and that didn't affect the smell. That was just more of the taste for him. But
yeah,
obviously we were lucky not to get any of that. At least I didn't.
Yeah. No, I my voice was affected for a while, but it didn't affect my palate or my nose. Chris DeVries also was just telling us today that he's finally feeling better. So hang in there. We hope that gets better.
Yeah. I know. It's kind of we've talked to a bunch of distillers, and they were really,
they're nervous.
Like trying to keep everything pretty locked up.
How do you blend if you can't smell?
Yeah, exactly. How do you blend if you can't smell and taste?
It could have been. We're not out of the woods yet, but it's one of those things that could have affected a lot of our favorite distilleries. Right. It could have really done some serious damage to this industry. Yeah. So we're grateful it wasn't worse than it was, even though it was terrible. Could have been a lot worse. He's shelved his Glenmorangie lineup because he feels he's wasting it. It's especially tricky when you're talking about really delicate whiskeys, like scotches like that sort of thing. So Barter Hordes has #Hermit Life. We got a little bit of that going on, even though we get out a lot. We really keep to ourselves. So
I do love being a hermit. I am somebody who loves to be out in the thick of things. Yeah. But also I'm such a homebody. Like I like to disappear into a crowd. I think that's why I always loved big cities. It's so funny. When you live in like a smaller town/city, people actually know more about you than if you live in a place that has like 1 million, 2 million, 3 million people, right? Because there's like people around you all the time, but they don't actually know you. Whereas here, we know our neighbors, we know their pets, we like all the way down the block, like we know
their
if somebody's
up in our house sometimes.
Yeah, their kids, and you see, and there's a lot more involved in that. And I'm definitely somebody who likes to disappear into the crowd. Yeah. And pay attention. I'm such a
Julie's a people watcher.
I am a people watcher. I'm fascinated by all things people. Or really animals too, but
you're a creep.
Oh, not a but I do stare. Phil's like, stop looking at them. And I was like, they don't know. He's like, they're looking right at you. And I'm just like, I get real sucked into conversations. Anyway, this was really fun.
It was. And this Russell's 13 2021 is very good. And the 2022 is very good. Yeah. If we didn't try them side by side, I'm not sure that I would have noticed that I prefer the 2021, but they're both excellent whiskeys. And so there you have it. Weller 12.
I think that was a really wonderful flight today. So different. All three of them, way different.
Super different. Weller 12, Russell's 13, and of course the Cigar blend, Joseph A. Magnus batch 77 Freebird batch. So Regs, make sure before you drink that or while you're drinking it, look up the tasting notes on that. They are insane. There's a ton of them. And
congratulations, Regs. I'm so pumped. You come to all of our live streams. I think you super chat almost every time. You haven't won yet. I'm always pumped when somebody new wins. So congratulations. Right. We'll be in touch.
Absolutely. And so there you have it. If you haven't joined us on Patreon, you can join for $3 a month. And we share all kinds of stuff there. And there's occasional video content. There's a t-shirt that's only available to Patreons. You can see our entire whiskey collection there and what we think of everything. Yeah. And a lot more. So join us there if you like. We love our Patreon community. Check us out on Instagram at The Bourbon Van. If you haven't already, comment, subscribe on all the videos. Check them all out.
They're pretty all right.
They're pretty all right. Thank you so much for joining us and welcoming us back to live streaming on WhiskeyTube tonight. This has been fantastic. We loved every second of it. And from wherever we are.
Oh, yeah. To wherever you are.
Cheers, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. It's been a blast. This was the empty one.